Just as Buggy was about to chop Luffy, a sudden gust toppled the platform, blowing up a storm and saving his life. So today on One Piece Today, let's decode 7 possibilities for his power. From wind and rain, to ancient gods ruling the sky. Possibility number 1, the Wind Logia. The Kaze Kaze no Me. Fans have discussed this for decades. Many believe only wind suits a man of D, always appearing with a storm and vanishing like thin air. It's not just speed or range, it's ultimate defense. Physical attacks would pass right through him like he has nothing but air. Symbolically, the Kaze Kaze no Me fits perfectly. Wind brings change. It's unseen, untamable, but it makes the whole world move. However, this theory has holes. Logi usually control one element, but Dragon seems to control lightning, rain, and air pressure too. Dragon, the man called a deadbeat dad, yet the one man who makes the world government tremble in fear. He went from being a ghost in Luffy's life to the face of the revolutionary storm, the only one daring to declare war on the celestial dragons. But the question that's plagued fans for over 2 decades, is this what devil fruit did Dragon actually eat? In the God Valley flashback currently unfolding, Dragon was just 17, fighting alongside the Marines in a historic mission. By the end of chapter 1096, the battlefield was hell. Kaido grabbed his fruit, while Whitebeard and Drux faced off against forces like Imu. Amidst that chaos, it's highly likely Dragon found a noble's prize chest. He had to eat the fruit to survive, all while saving Garling's infant son. From that very moment, the storm named Dragon was born. When it comes to Monkey D. Dragon, no theory is more famous than the Kaze Kaze no Me, the Logia of wind. Theoretically, he could turn into wind itself, creating tornadoes, cyclones, or even that signature green wind we've seen. And the biggest piece of evidence? The execution platform incident in Loguetown. In the anime, that wind glowed green, a color linked to Dragon. It wasn't random chance that was the hand of the revolution. It sweeps away the government's rotten order to plant seeds of freedom. If Luffy is the sun, Dragon is the wind clearing the path for the dawn. At Loguetown, that lightning strike was impossibly precise. A simple wind logia shouldn't be able to command electricity. Even Ace's fire cauldron create lightning just by heating air. This makes the wind fruit feel too small for the world's worst criminal. A great revolutionary leader, a man Mari Joey fears. He needs a power greater than just a single element. So, the Wind Logia is a solid theory, but maybe not the final answer. It fits his vibe, but doesn't explain the full scale of his power. I give it a 60% probability. It might just be the base form before Oda reveals the real storm god fruit or Mythical Zoan. Possibility number to Paramecia type. The storm fruit. This elevates him from a wind user to a storm god. This implies Dragon doesn't just control wind, but the entire weather system. Clouds, pressure, rain, and lightning. It's not just an element. It's manipulating the very laws of the sky. Nami uses science, but Dragon would be nature's rage incarnate. Where he steps, clouds roll and storms form, as if nature kneels to him. The strongest proof is still Loguetown. When Luffy was on the platform, it was just overcast. But the moment Dragon arrived, storm clouds gathered, thunder roared, and a bolt struck Buggy S served perfectly. That was luck. A lightning bolt. Right time. Right angle. That is the deliberate act of a weather controller. Fans call this the Dragon or a storm fathers will protecting his son from destiny, even without stepping in directly. This makes the weather fruit theory scary logic. He doesn't create weather. He twists the atmosphere to turn the sky into a weapon. He doesn't fight with muscles. He fights with the wrath of heaven and earth. When the revolution moves, storms follow. The world trembles because when the wind picks up, they know Dragon is coming. The downside? No devil fruit has ever been this versatile, controlling that many weather elements at once. Even top-tier Paramecia like Whitebeard's Quake or Fujiwara's Gravity only govern one specific physical law. A weather fruit would break the world balance, making the user essentially a second god alongside Imu. That's why many think this might be a mythical Zoan hybrid power, or perhaps an awakened ability. It's logical and fits the man bringing the storm theme Oda loves, but it lacks the mythological spice. It's the perfect middle ground. Not quite a god yet, but definitely more than human. Possibility number 3, the Thunderbird. If Kaido is the Eastern Dragon, this is the Western Sky God. The theory is that dragon ate the Tori Tori no Mi. Model Thunderbird. A creature that commands lightning and punishes the wicked. In myth, it lives on sacred peaks. Its flapping wings create thunder, and its cry summons the rain. It is the angry sky incarnate protecting the land while unleashing fury against those who disrupt nature's balance. Dragon is a perfect mirror of this. A rebel appearing wherever oppression exists, bringing storms to topple regimes. Oda always links dragon with wind and thunder, making the Thunderbird imagery fit like a glove. It stands for justice and rebirth. It brings a cleansing storm to wash away the rot. The Thunderbird appears when a new season begins, destruction followed by a fresh start. Dragon is guiding the world to a new era. His look, the cloak, the tattoo, the hair screams South American guerrilla, like Che Guevara. Oda admits using real revolutionaries as inspiration. The Thunderbird connects perfectly to Native American freedom lore. Just like Che brought the storm of rebellion, the Thunderbird represents nature fighting back against false authority. Power-wise, this mythical Zoan perfectly explains his lightning control. The precision strike at Loguetown? That's the trademark sign of a creature that rules the sky. It also controls rain and pressure, explaining why dark clouds gather whenever dragon steps on the scene. The catch? The Thunderbird is North American folklore, which is a bit far from the Eastern mythology Oda usually favors. Oda usually picks figures like Shenlong or Susanoo. The Thunderbird is more about protection, less about divine destiny. However, with Elba F and God Valley, Oda is going global, so a Western myth isn't out of the question. Symbolically, it's strong. Dragon is the Thunderbringer. He is the modern avatar of the Thunderbird. I give this a 75%. Huge points for being cool. Minor deduction for the Western origin. But for pure hype, it's top tier. No. Possibility number for the Mythical Zoan is Shenlong, the Rain God Dragon. If you want logic mixed with cultural depth, this is it. The Uo no Mi. Model Shenlong. In the East, Shenlong is the beast of war. HES, an administrator of rain and fortune. A symbol of wisdom. If true, dragon is the avatar of the sky dragon god, summoning storms to cleanse the world. It fits the revolutionary role perfectly. Shenlong is linked to the mandate of heaven, reflecting dragon's mysterious origins. Dragon dares to fight the celestial dragons, the self-proclaimed descendants of gods. If dragon holds the sky god power, he might be a rebellious heavenly dragon himself, challenging his own bloodline. Saint Jil Mac visiting Goa Kingdom hinted that dragon's family might have ties to Mari Joe. Perhaps HES, the outcast child of a union between a celestial dragon and a commoner. Visually, Oda draws dragon in the rain, just like Shenlong. And Eastern dragons always look east. It's a metaphor for looking toward the dawn, where the sun Luffy will rise. This has been foreshadowed heavily. The biggest problem? The dragon fruit already exists. Kaido's Azure Dragon. Oda rarely repeats concepts. If dragon turns into a dragon, HED look too much like Kaido, who represents raw force, not freedom. Also, the Eastern dragon symbolizes ruling by heaven's will. Dragon is about rebelling against heaven. So, fans suspect Oda might pick a more rebellious deity like Susanoo or Amaru. Still, Shenlong is a romantic theory. Dragon becoming a literal dragon, riding clouds to wash away injustice. It's the perfect image for the storm god. I'll give it an 85% probability. Strong and symbolic. Possibility number 5, the Indian gods. Vayu the wind and Indra the thunder. This is the most philosophical take. Dragon's power isn't just nature. It's the will of heaven and earth combined. First is Vayu, the father of the monkey god, Hanuman. Hanuman was born to Vayu and a nymph, but raised by an earthly father named Kesari. The monkey family structure mirrors this shockingly well. Luffy is Hanuman, the free monkey god. Garp is Kesari, the strict earthly father. And Dragon is Vayu, the divine wind father watching from afar. Even the name monkey calls back to Hanuman. Hanuman breaks divine limits, just like Luffy. If the sun is the Sun God Nika, The father is the wind spreading that light. Vayu rarely interferes, but creates storms to protect his son. In myth, when Indra struck Hanuman, Vayu sucked the air out of the world in protest. That's Dragon. At Loguetown, he saved Luffy with a single storm in one specific lightning bolt. Then there's Indra, the thunder god. If Oda combines them, Dragon has the rebellion of wind and the authority of thunder. This explains why he controls both. He might be a child of heaven and earth, destined to fight the order he was born into. Some fans think his mom was a celestial dragon and Garp is the earthly human, making Dragon the ultimate challenger. Vayu is freedom. Indra is Ra. Combine them, and you get Monkey Day. Dragon the god of the storm. 85% probability. It fits the decode theme perfectly. No crown, no throne, just wind and free will. If Luffy is the sun shining on humanity, Dragon is the wind of destiny, fanning the flames of revolution. Possibility number 6. Amaru and Quetzalcoatl, the South American rain gods. This theory suggests a mythical Zoan and a rain god fruit, a feathered serpent that brings both blessings and storms. In Inca myth, Amaru is a giant winged serpent controlling rain and earthquakes, a protector that punishes arrogance. Similarly, the Aztec Quetzalcoatl brings the first rain and is worshipped as the god of dawn. Dragon is essentially this cycle of rebirth. In One Piece, Dragon is always in the rain. From Loguetown to Sorbet Kingdom, the sky swirls as if nature is on his side. Luffy and Dragon are opposites that need each other. Luffy is Sun God Nika. Dragon is Amaru, the cleanser. Sun makes rain evaporate. Storms hide the sun. But together, they create the world's life cycle. A subtle detail: Quetzalcoatl is the morning star, while Amaru is water. Quetzalcoatl is the symbol of the dawn. This matches Dragon always looking east. Oda draws him amidst dark clouds, eyes fixed on where Luffy's sun will rise. Dragon brings the storm to prepare the soil. Luffy is the sun that warms it. They are the light in the storm. That's why the Amaru Quetzalcoatl theory sits at a 90% likelihood. It has the myth, the rebirth theme, and the philosophy Oda loves. If Shenlong brings rain, Amaru is the rain of the people. Dragon is life sprouting after the destruction. Possibility number 7. Susanoo, the Japanese storm god. This is the strongest, most Oda-style theory. In Shinto myth, Susanoo is the brother of Amaterasu, the sun goddess. He rebelled against heaven and was cast down. But instead of becoming a villain, he slew the monster Orochi to save the people, becoming a hero. That is Dragon's life story. He served the heavens as a marine, but rebelled when he saw the rise. He abandoned divine status to save humanity. Personality-wise, both are volatile and definers, yet they champion the weak. Oh, Dia's message? Today's rebel is tomorrow's hero. The concept of Zoan will backs this up. Just as Nika laughs, Susanoo's rebellious spirit might be driving Dragon's path. His thirst for freedom isn't just his own. It's the storm god's soul within him. He shakes the world with wind and will. Susanoo also rules the turbulent seas. Dragon is the political undercurrent, stirring the calm waters to start the great revolutionary flood. Culturally, it completes the legendary trio. Luffy is Nika, India. Kaido is SCI or Vayu, China. And Dragon is Susanoo, Japan. Susanoo destroys the old fate to build a human order. If Luffy brings the smile, Dragon brings the necessary storm. 95% probability. Dragon is the rebel of the heavens, using thunder to sweep away the fake order. Whatever the truth, Dragon remains the storm of the era. Every theory highlights his bond with nature and freedom. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments which fruit do you think Dragon ate. Catch you in the next one.